Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of Shadow Empire. In previous episode, well, technically speaking, we still don't control quite half the planet, but it's like 49% or something. But we did hold on to the encirclement of the enemy capital, and we did take a decent bit more land, so I think that's where we'll continue today. But first of all, let's go through the decisions. Air Force research, I could go for the heavy rocket engine, but I don't think I'll be using that much in the end, so I'm just going to go ahead and start improving the top designs, so they'll be better in general. Formation, I'm going to think about that later. Major worker strike in Celeste, I'm just going to give a bit of money there to pacify them, and also in Taz, we'll probably just do the same. Leader recruitment. Candidate is eager to serve us. I mean, sure. Having more options is not necessarily a bad idea. Then deploy the decision. Brutoland demands release of a spy. I will release that and refuse the payment.
Yes, sir.
Keep them somewhat happy at least. And then we need to appoint a commander. So we'll just go ahead and get the first one on the list. Suitability rating of 26 is actually pretty decent. So take that. I don't actually remember if we got a mission for more leaders. We did just get another leader, so technically speaking that should be completed now. We do still need to get the bureaucratic assets to total level of 29. We've got 28 right now. We did just complete the level 2 bureaucratic office encampment for this round. But then, I think what I might do is get the Grenadier Infantry Brigade. Just regular infantry. I suppose let's get the machine guns, RPGs, and infantry. Not too bad. I mean, I suppose what I could do is I could either add in some recon in there, or I could put in the manpad, for example, in there. We don't actually need too much in there either. Like, I think 100... Yeah, 100 will probably do. So that way we can get slightly better stuff there. And now it's time to start fighting. So I think we could try breaking or cutting it off in here. They seem to have a bit... Oh, actually, one of the things that I could do first. So let's go ahead and clear out this thing with our tanker regiment. There we go, that's 200 infantry gone. And push them back, so the infantry over here can just move in. And then we could probably push this one back as well. Oh, there we go, the flak battalion is now destroyed completely. I don't have enough movement to attack that one now. Of course, we've got a bit of artillery in here, actually. Let's go ahead and start with the artillery strike on the stack here. They might have a little... Oh yeah, they do have a bit of counter-battery fire there, but I think we're still going to be doing pretty good damage overall. Lost 200 infantry, and yeah, that's actually all that they lost. 200 infantry, so not too much, but we did get quite a bit of hits at least. And I think the readiness and the morale on the enemy troops here is going to be quite low. I'm going to also move this one further south, so we don't actually need to keep too many troops on the sort of edges of this. How's that? That's a bit of infantry in here. Mobile operations, okay. Action points plus 30%. Oh, interesting. Mechanized forces attack plus 30%, or minus 40% overall defense. That'd be fair enough, I suppose. I'm going to move the flak guns over here a bit further south to protect these. I mean, admittedly, we do have another one in here. So we're going to move that one further as well. We've got a lot of these troops that are now freed up from clearing out the pocket there. I suppose another thing that I could do is I could move this a little bit closer. Maybe over there. Well, you know what, we'll leave it there. It's still got a massive range in the end. That does remind me, though. Well, they've still got a bit of flak guns there. They've got a bit of flak guns in here. And apparently on that stack as well. I could do a bit of an airstrike on the enemy capital here. Oh, actually, first we'll do the air recon. We'll just send in the... I believe that one is a... Scout... Oh, it's a tactical bomber. Okay, so we used a bit of points there, but now we've got a full information about that area. Now we should be able to use a lot more planes on destroying enemies in here. And that is indeed the case. I guess we'll send in some of the wizards. At least these 3 different units. Oh, that... Okay, so it was the 15 that would have been the correct one to send for the recon. Not doing quite as much damage as I was hoping for, although we're getting at least a couple hits here and there. Of course, we basically destroyed all the industry and everything in here, so technically speaking, they should be practically out of supplies. In practice, though, it's, well, yeah, they're pretty low, some of them at least. The artillery is not quite out of yet. I suppose that's another thing that I could just send in a bit of artillery strike with these. I'm not necessarily going to use the rockets right now. They're dug in fairly well, so I don't think the rockets are going to be doing that much damage. I mean, the missiles might get a few hits, but it's also quite expensive to replenish the ammo for those. So now just to reduce the... Oh dear, they actually managed to take one of our... Or 10 guns out of us. Now, what... Oh, there's our AG3s, but do we have the AG4s already? I don't remember. Let's actually have a look at that. We do have the AG4s. I mean, the AG3s are fairly good, but the AG4s have even more attacks per round. But I think at this stage, it might be time to do another attack in here. We'll send in the infantry. We'll send in some more tanks. Maybe even the scout vehicles and some tanks on this end. Now we're attacking with from so many directions. They've got a lot of troops in there. But I think we're making such a massive amount of hits in there that a lot of the units will surrender regardless if we... Oh, there we go. That was a victory. Did we actually lose? We didn't lose a thing. Well, other than the artillery, I suppose. There we go, we got ourselves the city in here. We'll probably need to do a bit of reorganizing of the zones here shortly, but that's alright. Actually, one of the things... Oh, I can't build in here yet because it's currently being... or it's under conquest right now. We can definitely start moving some of these troops in. Is this... This is the... Yeah, this... Oh, right, that already did its job. We got the rocket organs in here. I guess we're going to bring it to the crossroad. Did we have another one over here in the south somewhere? Or did that already... Oh, wait, we have one over here. And that hadn't gone all the way through yet. There we go. That did already do a little bit of movements over here in the west. Or southwest of this area. I could potentially start advancing a bit further into the minor territories region here. Which I probably will do, but I'll wait a little bit longer before I start advancing too far ahead. Let's go ahead and push out the enemy tanks here. There's only light tanks that they have in there, so it should be fairly easy. And push in even further. These can probably move in. We've got a bit of infantry in here. I got these flak guns. They already moved. Rocket stuff doesn't necessarily need to move. I mean, I suppose one of the things that I could do is I could do a bit of range attack. Oh, I can't do the range attack in there. Unless we move closer. And in that case, yes, we can. Oh, that is a lot of hits. Not a lot of kills, or actually no kills whatsoever, but that's 23 hits in basically one round of fighting. It's not too shabby, and of course we got the metal heads in here, but I guess there's a lot of troops in here. That being said, I think the supplies and morales are quite low. So if we were to use a bit of extra firepower in... I think these will be sufficient. We might lose a little bit, I guess. We're still pushing them back by the looks of it. So we lost 10 tanks, we only destroyed... Well, actually, they did lose 300 infantry and a specialist. So it's still not necessarily quite worth it in the end, but it's still better than nothing. We can move in a bit more troops down here. More infantry to attack that one. We can also start moving these along. There we go, so we're taking a pretty good amount of land in here again, especially taking out the city means that the population is going to drop drastically. I mean, that is an extra 200,000 population that we just got. I was going to take a few moments to set the zone borders correctly. There we go, so now the city over here is at least a bit larger. Now, there is a bit of agriculture already within the zone now. We probably don't have any workers in... Well, we don't have any workers in here. I'm sure that actually, how bad is the penalty for the production? It's about 50% or so. But that should be providing at least the food for in here. I mean, how much do we need workers now? Well, I suppose it doesn't tell me that quite yet. Alright then, I could still do a bit more fighting in here. Push back the enemy tanks further. Oh, there we go. We destroyed one battalion completely and half of the other one. These can probably move in... Well, the barriers don't actually need to move any closer right now. I guess these could move to the road. I could perhaps go ahead and push this one back as well. There we go. No more action points remaining for... Well, actually, these dragons could probably push the enemy light tanks further back as well. Oh, well. We actually took a bit of loss there, but we can get the Dragon 2s instead as the replacement. So it's not bad, necessarily. I might want to also start moving some of the headquarters a little bit closer, I reckon. As well as, I guess, this one could move in. Mostly to keep the troops within reach of the headquarters. That's the primary concern. So what do we have in here? We got the... Oh, we got Hueys in here. They've still got a lot of stuff in here total, but of course, a lot of the units aren't all that effective at this stage. They just lost so much troops and all that. So let me just... Oh, right, actually, that reminds me. The northern pocket over here. So I've done a bit of troop movements in the north, but not all of it. I'm just going to go ahead and attack this one. I don't know how strong these are, but we're clearly dealing at least some damage to them. Oh, this rendered. Well, well, well. That's actually quite nice. That one's moving in here to block the road. Although I suppose these could actually move in here. That's slow sea worms. I don't think they're going to be too difficult. We might take a small amount of losses, but also getting a lot of kills. There we go. So we got, what, 1,600 of these destroyed? There's something on the mountain there, but I can't send the recon vehicles up there. We do have a bit of tanks, which could probably go ahead and push back the salamanders. Oh, there's only 3 kills there, but it's better than nothing. Oh, there we go. We are slowly clearing out that area. Over here, there's still the no man's land, so to speak, which we're slowly taking over, but I don't necessarily want to get too close to Zhatelier territory here yet. Because we already got technically speaking, two wars going on in here. I've already moved the troops there for this round, so we don't need to worry about that one. As well as this infantry brigade is slowly moving forward. But it takes a while for it to reach the front line. I mean, technically speaking, I could use the strategic redeployment, of course, but I don't necessarily want to use up all the logistics points available. Now, there's still Unsung that I still could do a bit of fighting in, so let's go ahead and use these to do a bit of range attack. There shouldn't be any counter battery fire. I don't think we'll be getting a lot of hits, admittedly, but we can hopefully do something. Admittedly, we probably should have used the recon planes that we have in this. Oh, there we go. We destroy another 100. There we go. So they might pull that one back. If they do, then we can move in infantry over there. And then infantry over here. We can move the tanks around, clear that. And then we can slowly start pushing out more and more of the island back into our control. They don't actually have any sort of anti-air stuff there, do they? I got the grasshoppers. We've got the flyers. Oh, hold on a minute. The flyers, aren't these the... Yeah, these are the transporters. So we could potentially just give these the air bridge order as well. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's been assigned to the same one now. Good. So it doesn't need a new name there, or new letter or anything like that. That's good. So whatever was there, that's kind of pulled back a bit further here. It's still protected. We're not really moving a lot of troops over here in the east right now, at least. So things are calming down there. We got some garrisons in there, or some reserves in there, in case someone tries to do a landing. Hopefully they won't, but you never know. Let's go ahead and get some ammo. Actually got a pretty good amount of metals right now, so we'll probably do a bit more construction work. But I guess Spike still has... Yeah, it needs more population, so I'm not going to build in there. There's a tiny bit more population in Swocomania. So basically, I just want to make sure that we don't starve the private sector completely, or the... Well, yeah, just to make sure that we got enough stuff working everything else as well. Right, so that is... I guess Kathmandu could probably get something else built in there. It doesn't actually need anything too badly. But of course, there's the... No, they don't need their dehydration. Energy seems to be fine still, so we don't need to worry about that one. We could build a bit of industry. Although we got all the maximum industrial points, so not necessarily so badly needing that one. We could use a bit more... Oh, actually, is that... Is it an industry? Deep core gas extractor. Yeah, it is an industry. So if we were to get one of these, it's going to be a little bit expensive, but it doesn't take too much of a workforce. And it's going to start giving us a bit of extra fuel. Nothing massive, mind you, but it... Well, actually... We could probably just get a biofuel refinery in here. Takes a lot less energy. The same amount of workers, it produces more fuel. It's a lot cheaper to build. It does take some food, but we've got massive food extra production right now. We lost about 4,000 in this sector alone. Well, you know, the southern sector. In the northern sector, we're losing another 2,000, so that's... quite a bit, and we're also losing a little bit in Unsung. So yeah, a biorefinery in Kathmandu is probably a good idea, actually. And then Celeste is probably, yeah, Celeste is still having a lot of issues there. Also, Limges, we just conquered. We are probably going to make another city over here in the south somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where exactly it's going to be, but just to, you know, if there are any resources in here, which there might be, I want to be able to utilize them. Plus, I don't want to have Celeste be controlling all the way to here, because that's not going to be good for the logistics or anything. It looks like somebody could also have a bit more production in here. So what do we have in there? We've got only level 1 airbase. Definitely going to start upgrading that one to level 2. And then I suppose another thing that we could build in there. Got the demineralization facility already. But I just mentioned that we are having a bit of a too much food production. We got the biofuel refinery in here already. We got the level 2 deep core gas extractor as well, so that does provide us a decent bit. Energy, we could probably have a bit more, but we're not lacking too badly in that. I suppose one of the things that I could do is I could get a heavy industry in here. But that would require a lot of energy to run. Of course, it would take a few rounds to build it. But also, it's going to take a decent bit of rare earth metals. The metal production itself isn't too bad. Of course, another thing that is, we could just upgrade some of these things. How is the civilization level or somebody anyway? Okay, it's a max, essentially. So yeah, we could definitely do a bit more construction here. We could always just increase the power bank, or just get another port in here. Or level 2 railway station, that's always a nice one. I think what we are going to do is we'll just get a heavy industry. We can run it like a reduced capacity at first, and later on we can increase it. I just want to have a little bit of machinery production up here, so that it's not dependent on us transporting stuff from here. I mean, we could transport more stuff from here. That's not really a problem. It's just, you know, I don't necessarily want to do that. Let's also get a little bit more ammunition down here. We've got plenty of industrial points if we were to want upgrade some roads or something. We did also get the truck station over here in Alberta's completed finally, so that's going to start providing a bit better logistics in here. Although another thing that I could do, since we got the metal and all that, I could just start getting a bit of the railway going forward from here. We'll build it all the way there. And then after that, I suppose what we could do is we could build a railhead in here. There we go, so that is going to allow us to transport more things in here. Especially since we're now starting to move a bit more troops into this sector, having better supplies is definitely going to be beneficial. And especially if we get some artillery in here, and then yeah, that's going to require a lot of logistics. Mostly for the ammo, but still. Oh, and did we get this place? So it's got the railway and truck station. We've got plenty of fuel in the northern SHQ, so that's not going to be a problem. I think we might turn this into a new area soon. I mean, it doesn't really have the food production yet. Oh, I believe it was this place that we wanted to... Oh, right. Hold on a minute. We got the rail station there, but we don't have the rail going in there yet. Right, well, okay. Over here in, apparently, Ontario, we're going to build a quick little railhead. And then we're going to get the rail going between these two. So that's going to allow us to get at least the supplies a bit further. We got... Well, it's only supply base, to be fair. We'll probably build something over here in between as well. And I think we'll have the border between Taz and Urbares over here be somewhere between these two lakes, essentially. And then we'll probably have border go over here somewhere. And then upwards from there, basically. I mean, we might have another city over here somewhere, actually. But I do plan on having a city probably right about there. So that's going to provide a lot of radioactives and fuel into the rest of the network. If I remember correctly, actually, for this place to have food, we will need to... Well, I suppose the hydroponics food factory is another option. But we'll need to have either a dome or the hydroponics to provide food in here. And having the local food production is not a bad idea. Admittedly, the hydroponics food factory is something that we can build relatively quickly once we get things going. Of course, not immediately, but quickly enough, let's just say. And that way we can then... get food locally, so that's going to reduce the amount of traffic that is happening in there. I suppose another thing... Oh, right, you were already firing on... Oh, right, I upgraded some of these troops here, so they can't do the artillery. Or maybe they can. Well, we got quite a bit of hits there, at least. Well, 6 hits, and that might reduce the will to fight, so that's going to be good. But anyway, that is probably enough for this round, so let's get to the next one. Apologies for being a bit of a long round here. Well, the enemy's still got a little bit of troops in here, but I think they're trying to retreat back to their... Well, I guess the port there, and maybe they'll try to get on the island or something, I don't know. Like some of the opposition is returning to the border over here in the northeast. Well, no actual fighting happened during the AI's round. Discovered fuel deposit in Albertus. Oh, that's nice. Full-blown time of culture. That's also quite nice. Leader count did indeed meet the thing, and Limges has been conquered. A green bus. Right, this is the electric engine, I believe. I may have actually forgotten to buy the reinforcements now that I think of it. But the green bus, I mean, the cost is a bit higher. It doesn't really have any combat stats. It uses 1.9 energy per tile, whereas the Transport 4 uses 0.8 fuel. Hit points are the same and everything, so yeah, it's same carrier capacity as well. Oh well. So it might not be that much better other than the fact that it doesn't use fuel for transportation. So you ask for security cooperation? Sure, we'll help them. Do you demand? Civilization from 8.22 to 8.37. We'll try. And yeah, we need a new model, don't we? We did get the... Oh, actually. Maybe we should have a look at the brand new design of APCs. Actually, before we have a look at that, we'll just take a quick look at how much it can move, or what engine it's got, the old one. So the Troop Carrier 4 has got the heavy diesel engine, so I guess if we go for double diesel engine, that should be enough for the capacity. It's got pretty good stats there, so 50mm polymer plating, tripod assault laser rifle, and then I guess the double electric engine should be sufficient. So the laser rifle, we're going to go with the 50mm polymer plating. And if we have a look at it, was the heavy diesel engine, so double electric engine is going to be sufficient. It's going to be a bit more expensive to produce, but it's going to have reduced weight actually. And okay, it does increase the amount of energy that we use and all that, of course. So not necessarily the best. What do we need now? Would I go for the mechanized light infantry army, I suppose? Not necessarily the worst. Minor worker strike in Rosenau. I'll give you some of their demands. And minor worker strike in Albertus. Well, just spend some money. We can always sell more things to get some more. Bacterial disease outbreak in crawler industries. Oh dear, yeah, that must have a priority. So medical roll 1d100 plus 88. And oh dear. There's a chance that we'll manage to do that. Oh dear. No. We lost 700 workers. So we failed. What did we roll? 118. We got 168. The difficulty was 208. Okay, yeah, fair enough. So that didn't go all that well. Joseph Cynic requested donation. I guess we will help them. Yes, sir. And now we need to appoint a governor. I suppose it should probably be one of these. Oh, well, that's a pretty decent. Suitability of 15 and it's part of the Maritime Trade House. Understood. So that will keep the alliance going stronger. Fruta demands release of spy. We'll return their spy for now. The Indian community is blackmailing us. We will refuse that. Spies of the Demonic Republic have found info. The Holy Planet Army will get that. And Senator extradition. Former Senator of Mindstram has been living in Zhate's paradise for years. He fled to us after his country abolished its senate. He was welcomed because he offered to share his great knowledge with us. However, now Mindstram is requesting his extradition. If we won't cooperate, they threaten to make life harder on our traders operating their domain. I'm gonna go with the trade is more important right now. The reason is fairly simple, just to keep the average of the leader's opinion of us somewhat... Oh wow, that is pretty rough there. I suppose, is there... Oh, right, we probably haven't given the orders here yet, so I'm guessing there might be a little bit of unrest. Well, there probably has been a lot of unrest, and then now there's a lot of people joining the Free Folk, apparently. And we're taking at least 1,000 workers. I mean, we've got a lot of public jobs, let's be honest. We've got a lot of work to do to just keep things running. And apparently, oh, the private sector is now building a farm in... Actually, where are they building that? Oh, over here, okay. I mean, it's a little bit precarious location, perhaps, but it's not the worst. Okay, I think it's time to just start advancing in here. I don't think there's going to be much of a resistance remaining. We can move in our tanks around there. Oh, there we are. We found some. I mean, if they offer me a peace deal, I will take it, and then I'll annex them peacefully. But, like, I'm not going to start waiting for too long for the peace offer. Like, if they don't give it to us next round, then we'll just go ahead and start annihilating this stack here. In the meanwhile, we can go ahead and use our tanks to clear out this stack. Should be quite easy to do. There we go. We're going to attack there again. There we go, that's a full, well, 40 tanks and 100 motorcycle troops, so that's not too shabby at all. Go ahead and push this one out. Oh wow, that was overrun rather easily. We can send in another tank regiment in here. I suppose it might be time to clear out the enemies in this city. Let's send a bit of infantry to assist as well. Okay, I'd say the firepower that we had was sufficient. We didn't take any losses there. Other than, I suppose, ammo, but that's to be expected. And we can send in a lot of these tanks to clear out the enemy stack here. There we go. Oh yeah, we actually destroyed some of them completely as well. No losses whatsoever. Actually, these tanks can keep on advancing. Is there... Got more infantry? Oh, we've got this one actually. Right, let's go ahead and send in another 100 tanks against this stack. Well, one of the units already surrendered. And they lost a decent bit of... Well, some more units there as well, so that's good. So all in all, I'd say that was a pretty good advance there. They still got a bit of troops in here, but I think it might be time to... Actually, do they have... I don't think they have a lot of strength or anything like that. Well, strength, maybe, yes. Although a lot of them seem to be in a bit of a bad shape. X has... Oh, they got planes here, but no airbase. Right, they've removed the airbase in the meanwhile, I guess. But let's go ahead and attack in here. I think that'll probably be sufficient. Alright, we overrun the bombers, and we destroyed the flank battalion completely, and the infantry is pulling back. There wasn't actually that much infantry remaining there, to be fair. Now let's just destroy this pocket here if we can. Oh, we took a tiny bit of losses ourselves as well. And there we go, they surrendered. And now our tanks over here can just keep on pushing forward. Here we go. Yeah, I'd say that this armored regiment is doing a pretty good job in here. Go ahead and destroy the flak guns. So they're basically just cornered into 3 hexes on the continental side of things. They, of course, still have a decent bit more in the island of Hansung, but that's about it. So at this stage, I'm kind of thinking about maybe taking, like, I don't know, the 10th Infantry Battalion. I mean, they got a bit of troops over there. But just start taking this to defend Crawler Industries. And especially the peninsula over there. So, I guess, yeah, we'll start moving these forward, or back to north. And I guess that one, and, well, that one can't move in right now. But we'll start to retreating some of the troops in here, because we don't really need that many units in this area right now. I could probably just attack this stack. How strong are these? They don't have that much hit points, and we got a lot of tanks in here, so potentially we could just attack that, but we'll consider that next round because we are actually out of time for this one. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.